Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the GameCast NewsCast. I'm Snowy, otherwise known as Count Fracula. Joining me again this week is Orange Lightning.
Hello again.
Yes, she's back again. I can't get rid of her.
I know. I'm lingering.
I know. What am I going to do?
I can't find the door. I can't get out. Help.
She's locked in my basement. It's fine. She's there with Vox.
Help. It's alright. Left me with my Switch. I'm fine. I'm content.
It's all good. It's all good. Yes, I was going to have a friend on this week, but she decided that it wasn't for her yet, so that's fine. It's all good. Anyway, let's start with the traditional segment. Sarah, what have you been playing this week?
You're really disappointing. I haven't actually really played anything this week. I don't know why, because I've been shit. But I have bought stuff instead. So I haven't actually played said games, but I did spend some money in the Nintendo eShoppy sale that they had after the Nindies thing, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I've bought Night in the Woods, because I still haven't played it. And a friend of mine said
that got given
really
away
good.
on something recently.
It did, but I decided to buy it on the Switch because, I can.
Because the Switch.
Because it's the Switch, and I love the Switch.
Yes, the Switch is great.
I bought... Oh, God, I can't remember what it's called now. Is it The Gardens Between Us or something? Again, it was something that I've had my eye on for a while. It looks super cute. And another indie game that I actually played a demo of a while ago at a EGX event, and it's called Forgotten Anne.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
Gorgeous animation style, yeah.
Yeah.
That I played a little demo of it a while ago. Really nice. I liked it a lot. So yeah, I picked these games up. I intend to play them. Well, if I end up staying home, maybe I'll start playing one of them then.
Yes.
But yeah. Also, I've got my eye squarely on the Yoshi's Craft World that just came out.
Crafted World. I've heard really good reviews about it, actually.
There's a little thing on Nintendo at the moment which you can buy it with a little Yoshi egg backpack. I really kind of want it. I really want it. I'm just for when I next go to Japan, I'm just going to walk around with my little Yoshi egg backpack and just be like, yay, I'm content and happy.
Completely just stand out from everyone.
Yep. Hannah will be there with her bright yellow pom-pom-purin bag, and I'll have my little Yoshi one, and we'll look so weeby it hurts, but we'll be really happy.
Here come the weebs, everyone!
Yay!
That's the attitude you'll be giving off.
And I'll be so pleased with myself. 30 years old, pretty much. Yeah.
A 30-year-old weeb, everyone.
They do exist. Hurrah!
Yeah!
Oh, what is my life?
Weeb stuff, apparently.
So, what have you been playing? Segue.
Aside from weeb stuff, I have been playing Baba Is You, which is a great little puzzle game on Switch and PC. I was about to say you play as Baba, but that's a fluid kind of. That's not always true. Basically, it's a puzzle game with. You're trying to navigate to a win state using a character to move around or to create logic statements. So you're sort of pushing things around and together to make logic statements. So, for instance, something has to have the win state. So something is win. So like flag or crab or rock or baba or wall, for instance. This is the things on the level I have up at the moment. And then there's other states like defeat. So if you hit it, if you run into it, then you die. You can change what you are. So at the moment, on the level I'm on, Baba is you, but I could also change to Rock is you, or Wall is you, or...
Okay.
Yeah. And then you move around as the Wall instead of Baba. And it's all... It's great. It's also quite difficult. So, yeah. It's one of those. It's good, but it's really frustrating because it's quite difficult. So, yeah.
I had that with Celeste. I got really angry on a level last time I played it, and I just put it down.
That's fair with Celeste. Celeste is really fucking difficult. What else have I been playing? I've been playing a game called Golf Peaks. It's a turn-based golf game, a turn-based card-based golf game. Yes, you can get it on Switch. It's quite cheap. So basically, you start each level with a set of cards that do different things. So they're like either push the ball forward so many squares, or it'll bounce up 2 squares, or bounce up 2 squares and then roll forward another one. Like all those kind of things. And you have to then use the cards that you have. They're all single use to get to the exit of each level. And it's another one of those puzzle games, and it's like, it's cool, but it's like really it gets kind of difficult kind of quickly.
Been in a bit of a puzzle trip then.
Yeah, I do like a good puzzle game, I must admit. They're pretty great. Another game I managed to get from Chrono GG's coin shop that I want to play, I've not had a chance yet, is Super Inefficient Golf.
Okay.
Considering you like golf with friends, this is kind of right up your alley, I think.
Oh no.
I don't know if it's co-op. No, it's a single-player game, but I'll read the Steam description. Super Inefficient Golf builds on top of the most inefficient game ever conceived by making it even less efficient. Drop your silly golf stick and start playing using exploding mines to guide your ball. Place them and choose the right timing.
Oh my.
So you can put mines on your ball. You can put mines I think you can put some mines in the ground as well. And you do it with like mouse clicks.
That sounds mad.
Yep, and it also looks fucking great. So I'm really, I'm kind of looking forward to playing that. That's going to be good.
Please do a review on that one.
I might do.
I would watch. I want to know.
I might stream it on. I have time in the week, so I might stream it.
Ooh, do. That sounds like fun.
Have I been playing anything else? Not really, because I've been listening to a shit ton of music this week, because a lot of great music's come out, so I've spent a lot of time listening to that.
That's cool. Oh, yeah. I also picked up Gunman Clive, because I had it.
Gunman Clive?
Yeah. I had it on DS many moons ago on 3DS.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, it's gorgeous. You should get it. It's really good fun. And they've brought out an HD collection. I think I remember Gunman Clive 2 coming out, but I never got it. So I bought the HD collection. It's really cheap. It's like just under £4.
I like the art style. It's very minimalist.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And it's one of those, it's really hard as well. Like, it's kind of like, if you think like Cuphead run and gun, that sort of thing. So you're moving through a level that's constantly trying to annihilate you in like really sudden ways, and you have to keep, you'll probably die a lot, and then you'll have to remember what happened so that you can be like, okay, so don't do that. Do this. It's just really good fun. I remember playing it a lot when I got it on the 3DS on a whim, and I saw it again, and I think I saw a YouTube video where someone was talking about it as well, and I was just like, oh yeah, I freaking love that game. So I bought that too. So I look forward to playing that again, because that's good fun. It's a nice fun little game, that one.
I am currently searching for that on the eShop. Oh, 359. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So it's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I might get those. But yeah, like a ton of music's come out this week that I really want to listen to. So there's been a new album from Whitechapel, who are they're a deathcore band, but they've really diversified. So they're doing a lot of different things. So if you don't like deathcore, then you still might like their song Hickory Creek, because it's not a very deathcore-y song, but it's a very good song. The album's actually based on, or the lyrics in the album certainly are based on the singer's childhood. Particularly one part of his childhood, because his father died when he was 5, I think, or 10 or whatever. And then his mum had split personalities and a lot of other problems. And she died like 5 years later as well. So it's basically about that kind of thing. But there's some real good songs on there, depending on what you like. I'm enjoying that a lot. There was also a new album by Devin Townsend, who is one of the most prolific and one of the most batshit insane kind of music artists. Not in terms of his personality, just in terms of the stuff he makes. Like, this album that he's come out with is all over the place, but it works in so many ways. Like, it goes from like really sort of heavy blast beats, black metal kind of thing, all the way down to like sort of, I don't know, like there's bits in songs with fucking cat noise, like the cat's meowing.
Oh, okay.
It's all over the place. It's great. My favourite song is probably the second single. It's called Evermore. You can listen to that. That's pretty good. And then there's also a new Rammstein song out, and the new album's coming out in April. Oh my god, it's their first song in 10 years. Well, their first album in 10 years, their first song in about 8. And I am very excited. Oh dear. And then I bought 2 seasons of Ruby sound. Actually, no, technically, I bought 3 seasons of Ruby soundtracks.
I saw that.
Yeah. Season 4 and 5 soundtrack were on sale on Rooster Teeth's store, and so was a figure of Weiss, so I bought them. And I then bought Season 3 soundtrack, because it's the only one I wouldn't have had then. So, yeah.
Well.
Exactly. Anyway, this isn't a music show. This is a game show. So let's talk about some games. Let's crack on with the news and the first story of the show. Borderlands. A game series that hasn't been touched in about 5 years? I think. Am I right? Am I wrong? When was the last Borderlands game?
Borderlands the pre-sequel?
Yeah, I keep forgetting that existed. Borderlands 2 was 2012, so if we're counting from Borderlands 2, it's 7 years. But yeah, there was the pre-sequel, wasn't there? That came out like in 2015?
And the Telltale one, Tales from the Borderlands as well, kinda counts, I guess.
Yeah, let's not talk about Telltale games.
Still part of the Borderlands lore.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh, the pre-sequel came out 5 years ago.
Oh, well, there you go.
What the fuck? That's mad. Okay, anyway.
I played that demo at Eurogamer, so it must be old, because I haven't been for a few years.
Okay, so Borderlands is a franchise that hasn't been touched in 5 years. So, and of course, in this industry, we can't let a franchise stay dead for more than 5 years, so Borderlands is back with Borderlands 3. And we received a trailer for it this week, along with the whole announcement that it exists. And it's a bit weird, not gonna lie. I mean, it's the meme that's going around because of it is guns with legs. Because it has guns with legs. Because of course it does.
It's so cute though.
But I don't understand.
Its legs are so small. I wonder if you can get other guns with legs, like a really small gun with massive hench legs. That would be brilliant. Like a Magnum with giant legs.
Oh, that just reminds me of, you know...
Chun-Li thighs.
No, it reminds me of Toy Story, the fishing rod with dolphin
legs. Like that. Oh, yeah, and sexy legs. That'd be amazing.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
A machine gun with really sexy lady legs.
No, make it a rocket launch. It's like really, really stupid and huge.
Like baby legs.
With baby legs, yes.
There you go. It's fun.
Oh, dear. So, do you have any experience with the Borderlands series?
A teeny tiny. I bought the first one a long time ago, way after its popularity had kind of exploded, to see what the fuss is about. I played a little bit of it, but not very much, because my plan was to play it 2-player with Hannah, but she didn't actually like it very much, so I didn't actually play it after that. We did play the demo for the pre-sequel at a gaming event. It was kind of cool. I love the aesthetic of Borderlands a lot. I love how it looks. I'm intrigued by Borderlands. I've always meant to play it. I've always wanted to. I've just never gotten round to it.
Really skirting around that point there, weren't you? I like the idea of it. It intrigues me, but no.
I love the way it looks, and I love the humour behind it. If I was going to play like a big gun-toty game, I think I would like Borderlands a lot.
That's fair, I suppose.
It appeals to my interests.
What else can you ask for, I suppose?
It's artsy and a bit mad. I like it.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with it. I played Borderlands 2 for like a couple of hours, and I got to a bit where I kept dying, and it just frustrated me, so I turned it off, and I never turned it back on again.
Yeah.
I've always felt like I should probably go back to it at some point, but I've just never bothered. So
it seems to be that kind of game, doesn't it? I think I know like one person who's like mad about Borderlands stuff and always is like, oh yeah, Borderlands. Everyone else seems to have this similar reaction to us. It's like, I played a bit, I liked it to a degree, and then I've never really gone back to it.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know why I never went back to it. There were other things to play, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think that that number 3 looks pretty interesting. They're doing enough weird things that they'll probably pull it off. They're certainly going for the sort of Rage 2 kind of theme. Like they've gone crazy and wacky. Yeah. But then Borderlands was, I suppose, always a bit more like that anyway.
That's why I liked it.
Yeah, they've very much ramped it up to 11 this time, though, I think.
They don't take themselves seriously. It's nice.
No, it does not take itself seriously. At
Guns
all.
with legs.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't take itself seriously, but that's, I think, in this case, to its benefit. But yeah, they're not... So they're not entirely ditching the previous games in terms of canon either. We're going to be seeing various previous characters from the franchise coming back. But we will be playing as new Vault Hunters. Bit like Borderlands 2, where you're playing completely different characters to the first game. So that's fine, as provided they do it well enough. I don't really have a particular issue with that. This has, though, set off the rumour mill, and there's a particularly Half-Life conspiracy theory kind of thing going on about the release date. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
Borderlands 3 fans think they found the release date in the trailer. This theory from a Reddit person is actually quite good. Watch the trailer closely and you'll see at the 1 minute 40 mark a number of tall neon-lit skyscrapers, one of which bears the number 01. It's right at the very top and the video cuts away to another scene almost as soon as it appears, but it's definitely there. Now skip ahead to 152 and there's a building with the number 10 on it in the same font. The conclusion, Borderlands 3 is coming out on October 1st.
Okay, then.
Like, sure. I see where it's coming from, sort of, but come on. This really is just one step above the Half-Life 3 like conspiracy theories, isn't it?
Could you not also argue, if you reverse, that could also be 10th of January?
I guess because Gearbox is American.
Gearbox is American. Why would they use English? They wouldn't use the
dates. British. Well, you say British. It's the rest of the world's date system. It's just you, wouldn't. America. No one else.
They wouldn't.
No, exactly.
They would use American. So if you're going to say that, it would be 10th of January. Actually, I think I'm fine. Reddit person. Even then, it's still stretching really, really far. I love it when people do that though. Try and see something in a trailer. If they're right though, my god. Everyone will go mad.
Yeah.
152 isn't the only place the number 10 is seen. 3 minutes to 5, the number 10 is also there as well.
Thanks, random commenter.
Maybe they just like the number 10. Maybe it means something to Gearbox. Maybe.
Well, what is it, 10 years since Aliens Colonial Marines came out? Maybe they're celebrating that.
There you go. There you go. Maybe it's 10 years since the first Borderlands. It's probably not, but maybe it is.
Might be. Yeah, no? Maybe? I don't. Come on, Wikipedia, save me. Yes! It's been 10 years. Well, it will have been 10 years in October.
Not fucking October. You've just added to the theory now. Oh, it's 10 years in October.
No more.
That was perfect.
Oh, it really was, wasn't it? I set myself up like a chump there.
Couldn't have done that better. Oh dear.
Boyo. Anyway, it's probably bullshit.
Even though we helped make it better.
No, we didn't. Shut up. God damn it. Anyway.
.exe has stopped working.
Yes, I need to reboot. Right. Borderlands 3 it's a thing that's gonna happen at some point. Do you have anything else to say on it? Because I don't know enough about the franchise to comment particularly.
No. Just that I might actually get it. Maybe. It looks cool. Maybe I'll finally play the other ones now that I know a third one is coming.
Maybe.
It might push me. Maybe. Well, especially since they are doing some deals. A new Game of the Year edition or something.
Yeah, well, they're
first
remastering all 3 of them for free if you own them on PC, and they're releasing them on current gen consoles next week.
Yeah, so there you go. Maybe it's time.
Maybe. Not for me, though, because I have other things to play.
I do have. She turns her head a lot of PS4 games.
So many things to play, and I'm never going to get round to all of them. But
no.
I keep buying games.
And hoping that one day...
Yeah, one day I will play them. One day I will get round to playing all of these billions of games in my library. One day I'll get round to playing like Tangle Deep or Civ 6 or Dungeons 3. All of these games. Sunless Skies I want to play, but I just don't have the time. Anyway, Borderlands 3 is a thing that Borderlands 3 is a thing that exists. It's coming out probably in October, apparently. But anyway, let's move on to the next story of the show. It wouldn't be the newscast if we didn't shit on EA for 10 minutes. So, EA are pieces of shit, aren't they?
I don't know why I expected you to start the segment in any other way. It's just always going to be that sentence, isn't it?
Of course it's going to be that way, because EA are a piece of shit.
I'm not going to disagree with this statement.
No, because they've laid off 350 employees in marketing, publishing, and operations. Thanks, guys! You're a bunch of dicks. Especially you, Strauss-Zelnick. Strauss-Zelnick's take 2. Andrew Wilson, that's who I'm thinking of. Strauss-Zelnick is also a dick, so I don't mind.
Fair.
Yes. EA have laid off 350 employees and released the most bullshit statement to back it up. Let's read this.
No, you do want to. Go on. You love it when they do something awful.
I mean, I do and I don't.
Yeah, I know.
So, Andrew Wilson addressed these layoffs in an email, because of course he did. Right. Good God. EA boss Andrew Wilson said the goal will be to streamline decision-making in the marketing and publishing departments following a consolidation that began last year to improve customer support and change some of its international strategies.
We have a vision to become the world's greatest gaming company. If we're honest with ourselves, we're not there right now. We have to work to do with our games, our player relationships, and our business. Across the company, teams are developing, I'm butchering this. Across the company, teams are taking action to ensure we're creating higher quality games and live services. Reaching more platforms with our content and subscriptions, improving our Frostbite tools, focusing our network cloud gaming priorities, and closing the gap between us as our player communities.
How does that justify what you just did, EA?
Oh.
I don't understand at all. But when EA were reached out to by Kotaku, they sent over a statement which slightly addresses it, but also doesn't justify it really. Today we took some important steps as a company to address our challenges and prepare for the opportunities ahead. As we looked across a challenging world around us, it's clear we must change with it. We're making deliberate moves to better deliver our commitments, refine our organisation, and meet the needs of our players. As part of this, we have made changes to our marketing and publishing organisation, our operations team, and we are ramping down our current presence in Japan and Russia as we focus on different ways to serve our players in those markets, i.e. they don't give a shit about them. No. In addition to our organisational changes, we are deeply focused on increasing our games as services. Great games will include... bloody hell, sorry. That was fun. Great games will continue to be at the core of everything we do. We are thinking differently about how to amaze and inspire our players. This is a difficult day. The changes we're making today will impact about 350 roles in our 9,000-person company. These are important but very hard decisions, and we do not take them lightly. We are friends and colleagues at EA. We appreciate and value everyone's contributions, and we're doing everything we can to ensure we're looking after the people to help them through this period and find their next opportunity. This is our top priority. Fuck you guys.
Bravo! Give the man an award.
Maybe I should become a voice actor.
I love amaze! good. The draw out on that was just
amaze and inspire.
Very nice. Very lively. Lovely.
I could be a Resident Evil villain with that voice.
Perfect. EA.
EA, yes. It's real good. Yeah. So basically, to be a better company, they're firing people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the summation of their statement. Go figure. I mean, EA consistently ranks incredibly low on employee satisfaction surveys, and also ranks incredibly low on consumer satisfaction surveys. So quite how they think that laying off 350 people will help that in any way, and quite how they think they can say with a straight face that they are friends and colleagues is quite beyond me, in all honesty.
Personally, how they can say with a straight face they have a vision to be the world's greatest games company is already where I lost attention.
Exactly, because that role is already taken by Devolver Digital. So, too bad, guys.
And many other companies who are contending for that, but definitely not EA. No. No.
I'll play The Sims, but, if you think you're a good company, you can get fucked.
By lowering your presence in Japan and Russia, how can you be the world's greatest games company if you're lowering your presence in countries, especially when one of them is Japan?
I'm going to say Japan's a big market for games.
If you're a games company and you're failing in Japan, that is a big deal.
Yeah. I don't think
you can't turn your back on Japan, I'm afraid.
No, I don't think a lot of people appreciate how big a market Japan is. That's why they make so many games over there. That's why so many companies are based over there. It's a fucking huge market.
It really is.
Yeah, but apparently EA don't give a shit about that market anymore.
Well, in fairness, when I think about it, EA don't have a presence in Japan. Never, ever noticed it, so...
Probably not, no. I can't imagine The Sims being...
No, I don't think their games really appeal to the Japanese in the slightest.
To be fair, The Sims is incredibly Western as a game.
Oh, very.
Like, when you think about it, it's like uber capitalism. It's the middle-class fantasy just born to fruition, isn't it? Which is maybe why I like it, because I'm probably a bit middle-class at heart.
Sims is fun. I wasted a lot of my younger years playing The Sims.
Yes.
Living a life I could live myself, but no. I will
instead sit at a computer and do it.
Instead.
Exactly. That's how it works, isn't it? It's much easier than having to work the effort to live that life yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Just make The Sims do it instead. It's much better.
I like that that's all we talk about. Like, none of EA's other games are just like, that's The Sims. The Sims
it's
is
the only good ones they make anymore, apart from Titanfall 2, depending on who you ask, Apex Legends. Everything else is just, what the fuck? Yeah, the less said about Anthem, the better.
I'm not saying anything about Anthem.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I know we spoke about it a long time ago, and I remember saying, I really don't want it to fail. But I feel like it's going to. And now I say nothing.
Yeah. This game, doesn't look great. We don't want it to be great, but it's probably not going to be. And guess what? It wasn't great. I'm not saying that we're psychic, but...
But it's EA.
Yeah.
You don't need to be psychic to see certain things
you just need to have common sense.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Experience.
Yeah. Speaking of experience, how long do you give BioWare before they get shut down? I'm going to say 6 months.
I'm not saying anything. I feel like I jinx things. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want them to fail, but...
If you say they're going to do really well, then maybe they will then.
Then maybe they will. Maybe I will then. They're going to do really well. There you go.
Yeah, they're not going to get shut down, honest. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's all good, honestly. Oh, dear.
The world is wonderful. La la
the
la
world
la
is
la
wonderful.
la.
Yes, there's nothing new under the sun. EA have done shit things, and there's not really much more to say about that, because, let's be honest, we already knew that they were going to do... They were going to continue to be a shit company. All they're doing is proving our point.
Well, all the best to those 350 people, and to be honest, they may actually be doing you a huge favour, because now you can maybe get a job at a nicer company and have a better time.
Maybe.
Snow will just be like, go work at Devolver Digital.
Yeah,
Thumbs up.
Just don't get a job at Konami and you should be alright. But anyway, let's move on to the last story of the show, which is significantly more cheerful.
Yeah.
The mini console, retro console thing isn't dead somehow. Don't know.
Good.
I kind of feel like the PlayStation Classics launch would have killed off the interest, but it seems not, because Sega have joined the party with their own take on this, and they are doing a mini Mega Drive, or the mini Genesis if you're wrong. And this will come preloaded with 40 games. Cool.
Yes.
Yes. How many of them do it? We know a quarter of them so far, so we know 10 of them. We have Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine, ToeJam and Earl, Comics Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog, Altered Beast, and Gunstar Heroes. I know of most of those. I've actively played about half of them, and I can confirm that at least quite a few of them are pretty damn good. Of course, though, pre-orders are live for the Sega Genesis Mini. Of course it bloody is. Right, so what will be coming with the box is 2 USB controllers. Oh, it's a USB to micro B power cable. Fuck off with that. Sorry, this is a real gripe of mine. People keep putting micro Bs in things because apparently it saves the money, but it saves literally it's a couple of pence to put a USB-C connector on instead. Difference. And a USB-C connector is infinitely better than a micro B cable. I hate the micro B connection so much.
Wow.
It's really bad. It's a terrible connector. I'm sorry, it's got those pins in. Those pins wear down so quickly, and then it just falls out. It's ridiculous. I hate the micro B connector with a passion. I was so glad when my current phone came with a USB-C connector instead, like a sensible fucking phone. Anyway. If you want to pre-order it, if you're fucking stupid, you can do it for $79.99 US dollars, £70, 80 euros, or 140 Australian dollars. Yes, aren't exchange rates fun? So, yeah, this continues the trend of mini consoles being a thing. It's been a couple of years since a Nintendo one, so are we going to be expecting a Nintendo 64 anytime soon? A mini 64?
It would be nice, but they did say no.
Aw.
I know.
I just want to play Pokemon Snap, guys.
It would be really cool. What would also be really cool is Pokemon Snap 2 on the Switch.
Oh,
just saying.
Yes. Yes.
It's perfect for
that.
it.
Yes, it is. It's got
You
accelerometers
can
in
even go
and everything.
outside, you know.
You can have it as a proper AR game and everything.
Yes. But no, because, you know, Nintendo and their traditions of never giving anyone what they actually want.
Yeah, who wants to have tons of money thrown at their face?
Why does Nintendo hate money?
Exactly.
Anyway.
I would pay so much money for that. That would be great.
Every direct.
Even if they just released the original Pokemon Snap on the eShop,
To be fair,
I would get that in a second.
An HD remake of Pokemon Snap would be amazing. Just
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Nintendo hate money.
Clearly they do.
Which is probably why they're not going to do an N64 Mini, because they hate money and it would sell amazingly.
Yeah. To be fair though, if they did do a Nintendo 64 Mini, I would want them to change the controller. The controller on the Nintendo 64 is bullshit.
Yeah. Whose hands are that shape or size?
That it was not designed for anyone with any sensible proportions.
Children, adults, no one. Literally no one.
No, unless you've had some hideous birth defect, then...
It's like they knew that as well, which is why they put the analog stick in the middle.
They must have. I don't know.
Because they knew that you would only hold the middle piece and then the far right piece. No one ever holds the left piece. Ever.
No, what would be the fucking point?
Exactly. So it's like, why was that even here?
No.
Chop that bit off, throw away.
Don't get that at all.
Yeah, I think I can easily say hands down worst controller.
Oh,
literally.
Yeah. I think if anyone thinks otherwise, well, I say that there's a lot of bad controllers.
They had a hand defect, clearly.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad controllers, but this one is really it's one of the worst big controllers anyway, one of the worst widely used ones. So yeah. Do you have any of the mini consoles then?
I do. I have a mini NES and a mini SNES.
You have a mini NES? Ooh.
I do.
Did you get it in the first wave or the second wave?
I think I got it in the third wave.
Oh, so you got it at a sensible price.
Oh yes, I bought it from Nintendo themselves. Because they did a first wave. I tried to get it in the second wave, but I missed it. And then they did another wave, which was less shouted about, but I got a notification from Eurogamer because I'm got the thing where I'm signed up to their news thing, so sometimes I get emails from them. And they sent me an email and it was saying that the NES was available for pre-order that day, and I was at work and I was just like, fuck work, and just went on my PC at work and pre-ordered it then and there. And I got it. So
well, I do want to... I have a mini SNES, but I don't have a mini NES. But if I did get a mini NES, then I would get the controller extension cords that you can get.
Yeah. I just sit by the telly because it reminds me of being a kid. So I'm like, ee.
What it really reminds me of, it was Jim Sterling. He posted a picture on Twitter ages and ages ago when the mini NES first came out, and he was sitting on his sofa and he had the controller for the NES in his hand, and the mini NES was just suspended in the air because he was trying to sit on his TV. That's how he had to sit on his TV and play the controller. Ridiculous. Absolutely.
I have a little beanbag that I have sort of in between the sofa and the TV, so I just sit on my beanbag. It's cool.
Fair play.
I feel old and retro, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, I like the mini SNES. I have barely played it, unfortunately, but I like it. It's a nice little thing to have under the telly, if nothing else.
I've barely played either of them. I think when I first got each of them, I plugged them in and was like, rest of the evening.
Ooh,
and then after
you're like,
that,
oh, okay, well, I have other things to play.
Moving on.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the PlayStation one because everyone said it was terrible, and I decided, okay then, I will not get that one.
It
Even
was
though
terrible.
it looks adorable.
Yeah, it was terrible. They launched it at like double the price the other two had launched
Yeah.
at. And now they've had to half that price because no fucker bought it.
Yeah, well, the emulations were really bad, apparently. They used
they
the
used
PAL
shit ones.
versions instead of NTSC.
NTSC,
They should have used.
It wasn't ideal for anyone who wasn't part of the... Yeah. Everything that could have gone wrong about that went wrong, unfortunately.
Shame, because it could have been really, really good. But oh, wow.
Could have been, but it wasn't.
So Sega's attempt, then.
Yeah, Sega's attempt.
To be fair, I would probably buy it, because I never had a Mega Drive. I grew up with Nintendo. So it would be nice to experience some of those games. I've only played Sonic. I'm bad at it, but I've gotten better. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having it.
I have a Mega Drive. I kind of feel like if I bought this mini Mega Drive, then the actual Mega Drive would be kind of pointless almost.
You say that, but I have a SNES still.
Okay.
I took a cute little picture of them side by side because I was like, look, it's like Big Brother and Little Brother. It's really cute. It's so adorable.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I do understand that. What I would like is... Because you know how the mini SNES, it had different variants, because the case varied depending where you bought it, because there was different versions.
You could get PAL or like the American version.
I'd kind of like the because there's two types of Mega Drive that came out, and I would like there to be a version of it that looks like the version I have, which is it's the less chunky one. The version 2, I'd kind of like there to be one that looks like that, but it probably won't be. I'm going to be honest. Amazon's UK listing. Yeah, no, it still looks like the original Mega Drive, unfortunately. Oh well. Oh well. Still, another thing to take up a HDMI port somewhere.
Yeah.
Need to start getting more get splitters into splitters at this point.
Yeah.
You can if you want to spend a shit ton of money though, you can get like a splitter that's got 10 sockets in it or whatever, but it's like 200 quid.
Oh no, I just swap cables. I'm not that precious.
See, my TV's mounted to the wall. It's very difficult for me to actually get to the cables, so I have to have a splitter for things that aren't going to be
that sounds problematic.
used all the time. Yeah. The one I got was like 8 quid from Amazon. It's just a 3-port one, and it does the job perfectly.
I've gotten to that point now where, because I've got so many HDMI cables, I don't actually know which one belonged to what anymore.
I ended up labeling them because there's so many.
I just go, right, okay, so for this thing I need an HDMI cable. So then I just grab the nearest one, and I'm like, you are now the PlayStation HDMI cable, until at such point you will become, I don't know, the Switch HDMI cable. That's how mine tends to work now. I even gave one to my parents because I'm a nice person. I was just like, I don't know what this cable was from, but here you go. You can now plug your laptop into your telly and watch Netflix. You're welcome.
Yay!
I'm such a nice daughter.
So, if you wanted to get... Oh my god, this is madness. So...
Oh god, do I want to hear this?
There's 8 inputs and 8 outputs HDMI cables. Would you like to guess the price?
No.
$339.99.
Why?
Oh, there's a £40 voucher as well.
Oh, that's nice.
So it would only be $299.99. That's so much better. I'm going to go out and buy that immediately.
Jeez.
What the flying fuck? That's on a lightning deal as well. Like, the normal price is £400.
I could buy a new TV for that.
Yeah. Like, I've seen I had someone I was in a Tesco yesterday or the day before, and someone asked me, do you want to buy a new TV? We've got a HD, like a full HD smart TV for 280 quid. And I was just like, I'm good, but thanks.
Yeah, just buy a new TV. You could just have 2 TVs and use the HDMI ports on both. There. Solved.
Exactly. That's better.
There you go. I've solved your problem.
Exactly.
You could have, like, a DS on your wall. A TV above another TV.
A DS.
It would look like a DS.
See, all I imagined when you said that was just taping a Nintendo DS to the wall. This tiny screen.
Then my brain started to run away because I was
sat
like,
on your sofa trying to look at it, just like, what? I can't see it.
You could make like a bracket to go around it that looks like a DS handheld.
Make it shot like a clamshell.
Yeah.
I am done with
Maybe
this
not like
TV.
that. But you know what I mean? It would look like you'd had a giant DS on your wall. That actually sounds really appealing to me.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm just like, that would be so aesthetically nice to look at. I think it's nearly time for my next lot of drugs, don't you?
I feel like once you've done it, it would be a massive, like...
mistake.
It would be so big and clunky. Oh.
I'm just staring at my wall because there's such a big space on it, but I can't do that in flat, so...
No, I don't think that would
I think
work.
Hannah would kill me as well.
Probably.
Thankfully, she's got earbuds in, so she's not listening to what I'm saying, which is good.
That's okay. Just do it while she's at work one day.
Oh gosh, she'd come home and be like, what?
What the
Have
fuck
you
have you
done?
done?
To the wall. Like, well, I had an idea, and it was a bad one in the end. Don't let me have ideas. Although, I do love those coffee tables that I've seen before that are shaped like games controllers. They're so cool.
Oh, they're quite fun. I like those, yeah. Anyway, you've been listening to GameCast Tangent Hour.
Yay! That's what happens when we're on.
Yeah, it is indeed. So, to be fair though, that's probably a good point to finish off the show. Yeah, the Genesis Mini will arrive in September this year, if you care about mini consoles. Or just get a Raspberry Pi and emulate everything like a sensible person. And on that note...
I'll get it, because I'm not a sensible person. There you go.
Fair enough. On that note then, let's wrap up the show. That brings us to the end of this episode of the GC GameCast Newscast. That was the wrong show. Oh dear. The GameCast Newscast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, and share whatever you fancy, and our social links are in the description. Thank you very much, Sarah, for joining me.
Thank you for having me again.
That's okay. And next week it won't be Sarah because I will be recording in the middle of the week. But stay tuned to Gamecast for news, reviews, podcasts, lots of great content. Hopefully Sarah's new show that was supposed to be coming out at some point will be coming out soon, eventually.
Oh no, I'm tired. My flu. It is coming. I do promise.
Okay.
When I'm not sick anymore.
I'll try and believe you. Anyway,
maybe April will be the month. Maybe
it will be.
Shall I tease it tomorrow on April Fool's?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Break your little hearts.
Yes, please do. Please do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and or listening, whatever. And we'll see you next time for something else. Goodbye.
Goodbye.